Hello everyone, let's see this subject EC3501 Wireless Communication. Unit 5 is Wireless Networking. The first topic is Introduction about Wireless Networking. These are the topics in the first unit. In the fifth unit, now let's see the first one, that is Introduction. Here we have to see difference between wireless and fixed telephone networks, public switched telephone network, that is PSTN. So let's see the requirements to the networks. Why we need networks? Networks are needed for providing personal communication, and it is used for accommodating mobile voice and data users who move throughout the buildings, cities or countries. So these are the requirements for wireless networks. So this is the block diagram of cellular system. In cellular system, we have two main parts. One is base station, it is denoted by BS, and second one is mobile switching center or mobile telephone switching office. In short, it is represented by MSC or MTSO. And there is a radio link or air interface between the base station and the mobile user. And there is connection between the base station and MSC. All the base stations are connected to the MSC by voice and data links. It may be landline or microwave links. And there are many MSCs, that is mobile switching centers. They are all connected to PSTN, that is public switch telephone network by fixed wired networks. Now let's see some important terms in PSTN. The first term is market. Market is nothing but a coverage area, or it is the coverage throughout a particular territory that the cellular telephone system can provide services. The other name for market is coverage region. And let's see about network. Network means it is interconnection of many markets that provides service to mobile users throughout a country or continent. And then we have the base station. The base station, it forms an integrated network. It provides sufficient radio coverage to all mobile users. Each base station may handle on the order of 50 simultaneous calls. There are many base stations in a particular region. They are connected to a central hub, and the central hub is called as MSC. MSC is Mobile Switching Center. And let's see about MSC, that is Mobile Switching Center. It provides connectivity between the public switch telephone network, that is PSTN, and several number of base stations. Ultimately, between all of the wireless subscribers. A typical mobile switching center is responsible for connecting as many as 100 base stations to the PSTN. That is as many as 5,000 calls at one time. And then we have PSTN. It forms the global telecommunication grid, which connects conventional telephone switching centers with MSCs throughout the world. The conventional telephone switching centers, they are central offices. And let's see the interface or the connection between the base station and the mobile user. It is called as Common Air Interface, CAI. It is a carefully defined communication protocol to connect mobile subscribers to the base station. It specifies exactly how mobile subscribers and base stations communicate over radio frequencies, and it also defines the control channel signaling methods. It must provide a great deal of channel reliability to ensure that data is properly sent and received. Now let's see the difference between wireless and fixed telephone networks. The fixed telephone network is nothing but PSTN. Let's see about PSTN. It uses landline telephones, that is using landline trunk lines. They are called as trunks. The capacity is large, and it is comprised of fiber optic cables, copper cables, microwave links and satellite links. And the network configurations are virtually static. It is always fixed. There will be no dynamic variations in the networks. But in the case of wireless network, the network configuration will change dynamically. Within a small interval of time, the configuration may change. So the capacity is limited in the case of wireless networks. Let's see in detail about PSTN. PSTN is the highly integrated communication network that connects over 70% of the world's inhabitants. In the year 1994, the public landline telephone numbers are 650 million, but the cellular telephone numbers are only 30 million. But the landline telephones are added at the rate of 3%. But wireless subscriptions are growing at greater rate, it is greater than 50%. And in each city or geographical grouping of towns, they are called as local access and transport area, that is LATA. Surrounding LATA are connected by a company called Local Exchange Carrier, it is called as LEC. This is the diagram of local landline telephone network. There are several landline telephones. They are first connected to private branch exchange, and there will be several private branch exchange in several areas. They are connected together to central office, that is CO. And there is a switch called tandem switch. Using that switch, the central offices are connected together. Now let's see the limitations in wireless networking. We know wireless communication system is extremely complex. Let's see the limitations one by one. The wireless networking, it requires an air interface. The need for an interface is to provide telephone grade communications, and in wireless network the propagation conditions are quite different and user locations are random in nature, they are arbitrary. It may change at any time. And the second limitation is the number of base stations is large to assure adequate area coverage. Sometimes the number is hundreds. Each of base station must be connected to the mobile switching center. And the third limitation is the mobile switching center must provide connection for each of the mobile users to the PSTN. It requires simultaneous connections to the LEC or one or more IXCS and to other MSCs via a separate cellular signaling network. So let's see the problems to wireless networks. The radio channel is extremely holistic and random in nature. The users may request service from any physical location while traveling over a wide range of velocities. So the mobile switching center is forced to switch calls between base stations throughout the system. This process is called as handoff or handover. Wireless systems are constrained to operate in a fixed bandwidth to support an increasing number of users over time. So let's see some solution for this problem. To overcome these problems, we need some vital techniques. There are 3 techniques. First one is we must use spectrally efficient modulation techniques. And the second solution is to reuse the frequency. The concept is frequency reuse. And then the third solution is geographically distributed radio access points. Radio access points must be distributed geographically. So as wireless systems grow, the number of base station and switching burden of the MSC increases. The geographical location of a user changes constantly, which results in extra overhead at all aspects. So particularly at the MSC, the overhead will be more. So this is taken from the textbook Wireless Communication by Rappaport. Thank you.